When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets,
That's
fool?
a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Michael, go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lock to throw on second down. He'll find Lindsey here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down and then some, 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Man, I got you. Man. Go.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Oh, you got deep? Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, check.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right here, right here.
Wentz now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go. 70 ending.
Mike, 54. 3 buzz. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Prater for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Switch. 61. Match box.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, high 7.
Check my 45. Check my 45. Let's go, defense.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
You go tight. You got tight.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, Wentz. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Check, check. Lucky.
Trey 15. Trey 15. What's up?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
Shorty. Kill. That's it.
That's me.
Hey, Haywood.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, just as they thought they were going to add to their lead, the rug gets pulled from right underneath them on that pick. And now after that big return, might be the other sideline grabbing the lead.
Yeah, very well could be. This is where you count on your defense to go out and make, I'm not going to call it a miraculous stop, but make it very difficult for them to get the ball in the end zone.
To throw, Bridgewater steps away to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 2nd and 10. Bridgewater back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's complete. Right around the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Both over Mike. Mike's
Lefty.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
I'm coming after you.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the back.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will tie things at 17 all. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Orville.
Throwing his Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Wentz now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Alpha.
45.
No.
Bring it. Switch it. Come here.
Black.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Hey, 57. Bravo. Kill.
Watch twins.
Kill.
They fake the give. Now Wentz under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Mike 54. You.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Single. Watch number 5. Hey, man.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wentz. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Sanders found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, look at the juke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14.
Four-yard gain on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback land on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Wentz. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Bridgewater. He's going to wind up. They've got his man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Bridgewater on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
That's what I do.
Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
54, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike, shut up.
Bridgewater to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Teddy Bridgewater. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. And now here is another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Just a little bit of a... stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the Eagles' 21-yard line.
Back and go full strength. 54,
Throwing on second and 8. Bridgewater. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face a third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. On 1st and 10, Gordon. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Hey, Charlie.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, 25 to Mike.
On first down, Gordon. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's caught by Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. But
rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Bridgewater here to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Bridgewater now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready?
45. Check my 45. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos aren't able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Brings up second and 12 at the 48-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Slam, slam. Kill. Check 3, cut up.
Another run by Lindsey. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back. Squeeze.
Now Bridgewater. He's going to float this one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move.
That's caught inside the 20. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Back to throw. Gordon. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
We go. Check 31. Right there, 54, right there, 54. Heavy on the edges. What? Show it up. Pause. He's checking crowd.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Broncos, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.